So it was mainly my idea for taking the new front claw. So I saw that 3039's claw worked really well, which was Wildcats at Magnolia. So we took their design, who was originally copied off of 111's design, which is Wild Sting, and took Wild Sting's design, adapted it, and basically made it to where it would fit with what we're doing.
You need to adjust it, yes. Well, that needs to get adjusted somehow. That needs to go.
Hold on, let me get this in.
For our rear intake, we designed off of 364's rear intake, which is Fusion. And so we took their design and kept adapting, changing, and to see what would work the best, where it would work the best, how it would work the best, with certain compression with like wheels and different rollers, different like angles of attack, all sorts of stuff. So if we would have had them, I think we would have done better, but also we still didn't have the programming time that we needed or the practice time that we needed. So I think we would have been about the same space, but we would have been able to adapt and change a lot easier, better at Magnolia. But either way, we still didn't have the programming, the autos, the drive practice, basically any of that while we were there. So we had to do all of that while we were there. So we would have basically been in the same spot.
How I felt when we got placed at finals. We got placed with the second ranked Alliance. I'm surprised. And I was really excited, but I felt like we were going to get chosen because we played amazing defense. Even though a lot of our mechanical stuff didn't really work and we still had to work on a lot of the stuff, we still played amazing defense and teams hated playing against us because we stopped them from scoring.
For Bayou, I think we're going to be able to be one of the top ranked teams because, well, we simply have a good robot. The claw works well, the rear intake works well, we got our programming time, we have our autos running, testing autos now, we're doing drive practice. I think we're going to have a very good situation at Bayou.
Check the 3D printers because they had stuff on.
Today's Thursday, and what we're doing today is we have a bunch of practice matches to be able to figure out like if anything's gonna go wrong or anything during qualifications and stuff like that. Basically, we changed our claw and our rear intake to where it actually to where we can actually intake stuff and all that. Be able to score anywhere on the field, on the grid. We can, and just our robot is just a better robot than what it was during Magnolia.
Today went really well, especially compared to last regional, because last regional we couldn't really do anything with scoring or anything like that. This regional we have something that works and that we can actually score with.
Today went really good. So compared to last regional, we barely got out on the field. We maybe did 1 or 2 practice matches, wow, this regional, we were out on the field for every single one of our practice matches and even more. So say if a team didn't go into their practice match, we still filled in for them and we played that match for them.
Ooh, okay. So in autonomous, we actually have 3 different autonomous. One that's a mirrored of the other, or 2 that are mirrored of each other, and one that's in the middle, it scores high and then it balances. And then the 2 on the outside, they score high and then they pick up a cube and score it and then they balance.
So today is the first day of qualifier matches at Bayou Regional, our second event. So essentially we'll be doing our first 7 or so matches for this event. At the end of the day we'll have rankings and everything and kind of see where we stack up against the other teams and figure out, you know, where we might rank at the end, which would then determine who or like how we choose an alliance for eliminations tomorrow.
The matches so far, we're not doing as good as we'd like to. We've only played 3 matches though, and we lost 2, won 1. But we need to pick up our speed and react faster and do faster cycles for us to actually be winning every single match, for us to get up to the top, for us to be up there in one of the top ranks. And pretty much, we're not playing too bad, but we are underplaying. Our ability is way up here and we're only playing right here. We can do so much better, and we have to if we want to get up there.
Okay, during our previous matches, our autonomous has run very good. Our last match, in match 38, we've had a small problem with our 2 cubes getting into the robot, and one of them popped. We got both of them out towards the end of the match and was able to keep on competing, and we ended up winning the match. So overall, it's been really great today.
That is protected.
So today is April 1st. It is the end of quals and the beginning of final matches. It's very exciting. It will be my forever last time to a regional as a student. What we were doing this morning, we had to continue fixing issues from CAN issues last night, reprogramming the robot some to get it to run 100% well. And so far it is working great again. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really happy. So before match 44 on the practice field, the CAN had a massive issue. Really it wasn't massive, it was a small fix. Anyway, I was able to just tape it around for match 44, which ended up the robot stopping in the middle of the match and no longer be able to compete. We ended up, however, winning the match because our alliance is very great. So I fixed it after match 44, and then coming into match 50, our autonomous went okay. Really great actually, until the very last 4 seconds, and the robot just cut out. The CAN wire was messed up, it just broke itself again. So after match 50, we fixed it up in all the sword modules for the rest of the night. And so far this morning, we were running very great.
has been really good. Our very first match of the day today, which was match 58, we played against Team Bomb Squad and Team Scream, which are the first and second seeds. And we got really close to their score. Even though they won, we still were right behind them the entire time, and we were still keeping up with them. And then our other matches, we played really hard, really good, and we've won every single match after that. And we've just been winning nonstop, and we're doing extremely good. We're constantly fixing our robot. After a match, we come back, fix our robot, get back on the field, just to keep on competing and keep on pushing and keep on scoring more points and get ranked and get more ranking points.
Team 2183 would like to invite Team 8044.
Denham Venom from Denham, Louisiana. Team 8044 would love to score in the competition.
Team 2183
And 8044.
would like to invite Team 1421.
Team Chaos from Denham, Mississippi.
Team 1421 graciously accepts.
Here we go.
We had a lot of good scouting information on them, and we just thought that that would be like our perfect, you are able to do cones, and we really needed that for our Lions.
We picked Chaos 1421 mostly because they're another decent scorer, because there weren't a lot of good scorers left. Also, we know that we cooperate really well with Chaos. And so we were looking at the bots that were left, and 1421 just stood out to us. We were like, hey, they're very good at running cycles. They're pretty quick. They haven't really had that many issues, and so we decided, hey, we're gonna pick them. We feel like it's best for our alliance, and it actually worked out pretty well.
I think it went pretty well. For our robots, we did what we could.
We definitely put up some scores, and we may have gotten out, but that was definitely a really good last match.
We put up a really good amount of points. We did a lot of cycles, did the best we could. It's just the first alliance was too strong. They were just a lot of really strong robots, putting up a lot of points, and we just couldn't outscore them.
So this was the Bayou Regional. The Bayou Regional is one of those events that we go to every single year. This is our home regional, and it was intense. We had really high-ranked teams here that came in from other places. Everybody came looking to play. Our schedule was really, really awesome comparatively to our last regional, and we did a pretty good job. We ended off ranked 14th, but at some points we were ranked as low as 8 and 7. We had a couple of issues with our motors, a couple of issues with our wires, little things that come up that can kind of bump you back around. We still have work to do as a team on getting better and better and better at building designs that are consistent in quality and work really, really well. But we ended up being selected. We ended up playing in the 6th ranked alliance, and we made it all the way through our first 2 or 3 rounds of matches. Now, there is a little thing we're looking at. This may be interesting. We might be going to another regional. We're thinking about going to one more, maybe next week, if we can make it in. But we're not sure yet. We'll have to get back to you on it. Compared to Magnolia, this was a dream. All our mechanisms worked almost 100% of the time. Our autonomous worked the way it was supposed to. Our intakes worked the way they were supposed to. We drove like we were supposed to. It was a very, very good event for that. We really showed that our designs did what we thought they would do and were successful as we thought they were. It was just competing against the strength that we're competing against, continuing to try to work against that and win as many events as we can with the teams we were playing with.